Hey everybody, to bring you Angry Anime Fan 2 here, to bring you One Piece chapter 697. Well, we see the continuing flashback. Law is impressed with Luffy's confidence and that he agrees with him. But she mentions that Kaido is a man that should not be taken lightly, and none of the four emperors should be taken lightly. They have fought with territory with Whitebeard, and apparently Kaido is the strongest creature alive in the world. At the beginning I was a little bit strange about that. Well, technically Whitebeard held the title strongest man in the world, so apparently Kaido of the 100 beasts, that means that he has Soen fruit users. But apparently Kaido is not even a human? He's a creature? Would be weird if he could not talk. Maybe he is a creature similar to Beppo and Peckums, an animal that can talk that is not a fruit user. But I have a very big feeling this Kaido will have a very strong Soen Devil fruit. But yeah, that's a little bit info about them. And Law mentions that they winning is in an alliance is still only 30%, but you know Luffy, he doesn't rely on percent, he only relies on his fist. So after that the flashback ends. Law mentions something that I have no idea what he means, something like is the Straw's gonna meet their end with him. Anyway, everybody Luffy tells the Marines to take the sad tanker and go because Chopper and Nami wants to see the kids leaving with the Marines. The Marines suddenly draws a line and the G5 begins to suddenly scream all that pirates are bad, murderers and all that, and they have a flashback about Virgo trying to kill them. Maybe did they find out the truth? Or whatever, but the kids just suddenly start to crying, and they mentioned something very good. The pirates answer their pleas. The pirates help them when they're in trouble. The pirates protected them from that so-called master. They were the one who answered to their help. We're with the Marines, yeah. And this moves even Tashigi, who, despite her pride, and she knows this will be bad, screams to the G5 to stop ranting about all that, saying it's disgraceful. And then suddenly they begin to cry. Apparently they said all this to hide the fact that they have really fallen in love with the pirates, Straw Hats. Or maybe they just suddenly like them very much. After all, they like Nasanji as their bro. And of course, after that, they start been with the kids farewell, and of course, after that, the kids say, "When we grow up, we totally will be pirates." I had a very huge idea they would say that. And Luffy, the idiot, he just says, "Okay, well then, train hard, and until we see them, then we'll be enemies." And then we see Law smiling. I mean, we see all the Straw Hats smiling, but we also see Law. Is that a wicked smile, or is that a smile similar to them? Elsewhere, Donflamingo is not in Pankasard yet, and he mentions the Sky Road or whatever has been cut off. Is that a thing about his power? He's pushing something he's called Sky Road or Walk, whatever. But he sees a little ship. And when I saw this scene the first time, it freaked me out. We see the head of Buffalo and Baby 5, but no, they are not decapitated. Well, technically they are decapitated, but not that way. Not executed. They have been operated on by Law, who has put him on this raft boat from the sad tanker and apparently placed a bomb or whatever. No, not a bomb. I think a smoke signal so that Donflamingo could see it. And the subordinates of Donflamingo cries and are sorry for all this, but Donflamingo says it's okay. He then spots Den Mushi that looks like Law, and it's Law on the other line. And then they begin to talk. And then it was confirmed what I guessed last week. Kaido was the Yonko Donflamingo supplied with smiley devil fruits. And apparently Donflamingo fears Kaido. Well, he is a Yonko, but he showed no fear to go towards Whitebeard or whatever, probably because he wasn't fighting alone. Law mentions that he has Caesar, and that if Donflamingo wants him back, then he needs to do a trade and need to cut a deal because apparently Kaido really is. Sorry, uh, I need to stretch that. I need to stretch that, Nick. Kaido really is a beast, a man with that words cannot reach, or whatever. And so Donflamingo warns Law not to make him angry, but Law just laughs at him, saying he wants him to cut a deal. The deal is this: Law will return Caesar if he drops out of the Shibukai. But this is apparently a pretty fucked up deal. I mean, for Donflamingo, I mean, because if he refuses, then Kaido will come after him in his rage. I mean, will come after Donflamingo. And if he obeys and quits the Shibukai, Law mentions that the admirals will hunt him down because, let's face it, Donflamingo was or probably still is an infamous, ruthless pirate. He will become wanted again. He won't do everything he has been planning for 10 years because Law mentions that Donflamingo has been a Shibukai for 10 years. And everything that Donflamingo has been planning will be flushed down the toilet. And so this is actually a deal that no matter what Donflamingo chooses, he will lose. And Law mentions he has until next day. The newspaper will reveal if he has quit the Shibukai, then he will get back Caesar. Law, you really are a crafty, cunning person. By the way, where is he? I mean that's a Den Mushi, but where is he sailing with the Straw Hats? We did not see Kinemon and Momosuke, by the way. I think they are with the Straw Hats. And the Baby 5 and Buffalo's body, well, we probably will never find them again, will we? Well, Law hangs up, and Donflamingo snaps. Well, he says in a line, he snaps. He is more angry than he has ever been before. Jesus. Well, not too bad of a chapter. Still, it was only explanation, but let's face it, it will be these couple of pages. I just hope there will be something more exciting. Will we see Kaido? What the kind of creature is he? And what is Law actually planning? Is this why he wanted to kidnap Caesar, so he could blackmail Donflamingo? Apparently so. Well, that's all there is to this chapter. See you guys next time. Bye.